So I did a range of artworks today. They're mostly sort of copying off other artists a little bit, but doing my own style and putting my own reproduction of it. This was a copy of something that's supposed to be a cannibalistic ritual. As you can see, it's not actually very cannibalistic at all. But it's kind of interesting. This looks like a woman and a man actually, but in the artist version there was a person, a man and a man, so the person could have been a man. And I put the bush there. In the artist version there's no bush, there's only an ambiguous tree. I filled up my tree for it to be a fuller figure in the artwork. And yeah, this is my version of one called Bye Bye. So it's got a hand stretching out towards a boat. That's supposed to be like a boat. It's chartering off into the water. I put the bird there. So the difference is the water was colored. In the other art there was no bird. This should have been shrouding the boat. And the hand was in a peace sign. So this is sort of my version of it. It's kind of plain, but it'd be interesting to see if anyone's interested in it. This is my own creation of a strange-looking woman. Done on purpose with the tiny waist. No idea what she's doing. Maybe she's saying something. It's sort of like Africanish, but with a different look about it, sort of thing. So if I wanted to dress it up in little beads and things, it would look a lot more African, but it's obviously not actually an African person. It's got a finer face and stuff, which is what I wanted to do. So yeah, this is a little, in, what do you call it? This is my own creation. It wasn't copied off an artist as well, so it's the last one. It's like a fetus or something, so it's got a little funny head with a body, but and the cords sort of stretching, and there's little bubbles everywhere. It's kind of weird, but I think it's kind of cool. I think it's like interesting. I think this one will be a good one. I like the little look about it. It's very immature and abstract, but I like the little range of bubbles. And yeah, I think it's interesting. This is like a babysitting, so a couple of nappies, a rug, a book with a baby and one person's lap, and watching TV. So this is my own creation again, very abstract. But yeah, so this is like ice cream with the banana on top with a cherry, and this is kind of just like candy floss or something to go with it, so it sort of looks a bit rudish, and that's sort of what I was aiming for, kind of a rude whip Sunday sort of thing. So yeah, let's see if anyone gets that. It's sort of this is an owl, a friendly cartoon owl, with the number 1, so it's supposed to be like a winner. You could call that a stunted tree, but it's actually supposed to be a 1 there. So it's my own creation owl. This is my own creation too, obviously not copied, of a female. In my mind these were sort of like banded strips, but I actually did it fairly ambiguously, so So it's kind of interesting. The face isn't perfect though. It could have had a cleaner face, but it's sort of got strong on one side and round on the other, and it's not actually a perfect face. But I think the image is interesting, but I think a person could do that in a more professional manner. This is obviously just a sketch to make it more dynamic with the bandages and the body. So but I think that's kind of interesting. This is a person on their knees in some way in the dark, and that's like a band-aid or a waistband or something. So obviously a female, and yeah. I don't know what this is. It's sort of just ambiguous. Again, once again, has a semi what do you call it? Seductive figurine. I was gonna call it like Mexican summer heat. Bit of water, bit of tears of flame or sweat. With a hat. Nude body, sun. But obviously it could be anything. It's just fairly ambiguous. This is really, this is a copy of another artist. The artist had it as a boy, obviously being touched by a woman. But this one's got a boy, half female. So and the body's kind of distorted and has a person's hand touching it, not as womanly as the artist, and I colored it in darker in some sides to make it different, but I think that's creative. It's an interesting kind of thing to draw, but it was a copy of an artist, and I was just like kind of copying off it, but doing my own thing, sort of thing. So obviously, it's a bit different, but it's, I could have got the idea from another person. This was also sort of copied off an artist, but I sort of drew it as my own. It's supposed to be kind of a masculine figure, but the head sort of makes it feminine. A bit overweight. The artist's figure only had the outline of the leg and stuff, but I put in like the full buttocks. And it had very muscly legs, and the back's similar. I put the additional strokes there, and I did the different head, so I think that one's cool. I don't usually draw these types of very masculine figures and very artisty kind of figures too, so it's my first time. I don't usually do them like this, but I know this is a style that people do over and over again, so it'd be interesting to see what people think of that. This is like some sort of seduction between a younger male and an older female. Could be, obviously it's a little bit more than a hug. It's sort of a woman's empowered of the younger male, and obviously, they're sort of the one in the lead. Yeah. And this is supposed to be like a G-string, so, but this is very ambiguous. I like this because of the triangles and the squares and the background in the top bit, it's got a female figure looking sexy. But then it's got all these sort of deep lines, different sorts of lines and stuff, so I'm not sure about whether I should have done a face, and I'm not sure about the hair. The hair I sort of filled in a bit, and I'm not sure if I like the additional lines. But I think the body is nice. I think someone will be drawn to this. But it's kind of very seductive in a way, but obviously, it's no coincidence that these are sort of penile erectile figures. But it's supposed to be like someone viewing this lone figure amongst these different lines and things. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm pretty sure someone will like that, and that's all I did today. So these are kind of more adulty figures and drawings, most of them. So yeah, obviously this one's cute. Obviously they're different. So that's sort of what I was doing when I was sulking today. And I don't know, they are different. They are different, but I just have to wait and see how they go, you know. So yeah.